This is the third video in my series on classical games from the 19th and early 20th century. This was the fifth game of the semi-final match between Adolf Anderssen and Howard Staunton at the 1851 London tournament. Anderssen was white and Staunton was black. Prior to the game, Anderssen led by 3 wins to 1 and needed one more win for victory in the match. Play started with e4, e6, d4. Now the most common move is d5 with the French defence. However, black decided on the hypermodern g6, which seems dubious, as the combination of e6 and g6 leads to weaknesses in the black position without any corresponding advantages. Possibly black was hoping to complicate matters as he was behind in the match. White now deployed his pieces actively with bishop d3, bishop g7, bishop e3, c5, c3, c takes d4, c takes d4. Black now decided on a dubious pawn-grabbing expedition with queen b6, knight e2, queen takes b2. White responded methodically with knight on b to c3, queen b6, rook c1, knight a6, knight b5, focusing on the weaknesses in the black position. Black responded with the bizarre bishop f8 covering d6 but undeveloping a piece. After castles d6, white started harassing black's pieces with d5 hitting the queen, and after queen a5, bishop d4 hitting the rook. Black tried to keep things closed with e5, bishop c3, queen d8, but now f4 exploits the pin to open the f-file. After f6, f takes e5, f takes e5, queen a4 was very strong, threatening a nasty discovered check. Black prevented it with bishop d7, but then white started to build pressure on d6 with bishop b4, knight h6, king h1, knight f7, queen a3. White intended bishop takes b5, bishop takes b5 check, king e7, queen f3 with mate, or bishop g4, h3, bishop takes e2, queen a4 with decisive threats. Black chose knight c5. White now had the chance to play bishop takes c5, d takes c5, d6. The immediate threat is knight c7 check, but none of black's responses work. Bishop takes b5, bishop takes b5 check is clearly hopeless. Knight takes d6, queen takes c5 threatens both the knight on d6 and queen takes e5 check followed by queen takes h8. Bishop takes d6, bishop c4 hits the knight which is defending the bishop on d6. Instead, he chose the inferior knight takes d6 check. Bishop takes d6, bishop takes c5, bishop takes c5, queen takes c5. White has regained his material, but black is back in the game. Queen e7, queen c7, knight d6, queen a5. White now has the threat of knight d4, when black cannot take the piece because of problems on the e-file. Black should have tried a6, when knight d4 can be met by rook c8. Instead, he chose the weakening h5, which fails to address the threat. Now white could have played knight d4, as he does in the game a few moves later. However, he either hadn't seen the move yet or wanted to prepare it. Whatever the explanation, he chose the less incisive but still strong rook c7, when play went rook f8, rook on f to c1, a6, and white finally did play knight d4. Now, e takes d4 is not possible because of e5, queen takes e5, rook e1. This allows the white knight to reach e6 with decisive effect. After rook c8, knight e6, black's position fell apart. Rook takes c7, rook takes c7, rook f7, queen b6, rook f6, h3. White starts by ensuring he will have no back rank issues. g5. Now white acts decisively with queen b2. The e-pawn cannot be defended. Knight b5, bishop takes b5, a takes b5, queen takes e5, h4, rook takes b7. Now white has won a couple of pawns. Rook f1 check, king h2, queen f6. Black launches a desperate counterattack, but white now has a forced win. Rook b8 check, king e7, d6 check, king f7, rook f8 check, king g6, rook takes f6 check, rook takes f6, queen takes g5 check, king f7, queen g7 check, king takes e6, queen e7 mate. This ended not only the game but also the match. Anderssen went on to win the tournament.